You ask your dog to sit. The moment your dog's rear touches the ground, you say good. You give a treat, or maybe you use a clicker. And almost instantly, your dog understands that exact moment mattered. So what actually taught that? The click, the word, the treat, or the timing of all three together? What most people notice is the sound, but what your dog notices may be something else entirely. So let's go find out. At first, a click means nothing to your dog. It's simply a sound. The same is true for a word, like good. Neither one becomes useful until it starts predicting something that your dog cares about. If a click is repeatedly followed by food, or a word is consistently followed by something pleasant, your dog begins to hear that sound as information. Something worthwhile is coming. That is why trainers use markers. They help identify the exact moment a behavior worked. But here's the important part. The click itself is not special. A verbal marker can do exactly the same job when used clearly, and in many situations, a meaningful reward by itself can teach just as effectively. This happens because dogs are constantly building associations. A neutral sound becomes meaningful when it repeatedly predicts something valuable. Only after that happens does the sound begin to help learning. Now the marker tells your dog that exact action worked. Your dog sits, marker. Your dog looks at you, marker. Your dog offers the behavior you wanted, marker. The sound captures one successful moment, while the reward that follows confirms it mattered. Only after that association is established does the marker begin working clearly for the dog, and only then do trainers give technical names to what is happening. This is where many people overestimate the clicker itself. The real power is timing. The marker has to happen exactly when the behavior occurs, not after reaching for a treat, not a second later. That precise instant is what your dog connects to success. A clicker helps because the sound is short and consistent, but a well-timed word can work just as clearly when used deliberately, and even a reward by itself can teach effectively when it arrives with good timing. The click is no magic trick. Timing is what gives any marker its value. This is where the science becomes useful. Clickers do not consistently outperform other methods. Dogs can learn effectively with a clicker, with a verbal marker, and in many situations with a reward alone, as long as timing remains clear. That means the device itself is not what creates learning. It simply helps some trainers deliver clear information. The learning still comes from repetition, timing, and a consequence the dog values. In other words, the tool may help communication, but it is not doing the learning for the dog. So, what should you use? Use what feels natural, clear, and consistent for you. Some people prefer clickers because they create one distinct sound every time. Others prefer a verbal marker because it fits naturally into everyday interaction. Personally, I often use the word good because it feels natural when working with Lexus. But when I use it as a marker, I use it intentionally. That matters because if a marker word gets repeated casually all day long, it can lose clarity. Whatever you choose, consistency matters more than the tool itself. A perfectly timed word often teaches better than a poorly timed click. And when timing is excellent, even reward alone can teach very effectively. Clickers can be useful, verbal markers can be useful, and sometimes simple reinforcement is enough. What matters most is helping your dog clearly understand which behavior worked in that exact moment, because dogs learn one moment at a time. If this helped you see training a little differently, explore the rest of the series and let us know what topic you'd like me and Lexus to explore next. Until then, be like a dog with two tails.